What's going on, everybody? Andy here, back with another video. Welcome to Bliss Brick Studios. Today we are going to be mapping the color scheme for my new Parts Plus Color drawer storage organization here in the LEGO Studio. You may have seen on a recent video that I talked about a major overhaul that I'm undertaking where I'm going to be sorting my parts not just by part type or element, but also by color, with the hopes that this will inspire more direct-to-build usage of the parts. I'm in the process of trying to actually liquidate parts by encouraging myself to just burn through them and get them used in a build versus just letting them kind of pile up. And I think by having them by color, it will really help me do that. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to map out the Alex drawers. I have 6 drawers in each Alex unit, and they're 3 wide and 2 high units, that is. So 6 times 2, so there's 12 drawers in a column, and there are 3 columns. So I have 36 Alex drawers, and there are currently, I believe, 57 active LEGO colors, not to mention, you know, some retired colors that I also want to keep track of. So today we're going to use some sticky notes and we're going to map those onto the Alex drawer. So as I start to do this reconfiguration, we can kind of see where things go and not lose track of them. And then eventually I'll be buying some white plates and sticking bricks on the outside so I know what goes where. Of course, we're going to try to organize these in a way that's kind of a color palette. So I think it's going to be really great. So let's dive right in, and I'm going to start writing out these notes and applying them to the drawers. All right, gang, so made all those stickers here. As you saw quickly, that was actually a duplicate. And this is kind of what I got going here. Highly recommend the sticky notes. I've been using like a word processor in various capacities, Notion pages for a long time, but there is something so easy about not only just having these stickers, but then being able to like quickly move them around as things don't fit. So also want to give a big shout out to one of my new favorite channels, Brick Sculpt, right there. You guys can check them out. This storage system is something I've seen many times, but he has all of his sorted by the type of color that I want to do here. So I was able to go and watch Chris's video just to save me some time in terms of organizing by color palette. So we've got kind of our monochrome stuff going here. Starting with like silver. It is worth noting these Alex drawers, the bottom 3 drawers are slightly bigger than the top. That shouldn't impact this very much, but I did try to like start the 1st and 4th drawer with kind of a main color. So we've got silver, that kind of contradicts what I just said, but then white, and then old gray and dark bluish gray. That's not gonna work because there's going to be too much dark bluish gray. So we're going to move old light gray and old dark gray there. And then we'll do light bluish gray, dark bluish gray, and black. Now those are some of my biggest categories along with white. So we're going to have to see how that plays out. Then down here we've got green, and then bright green, yellowish green, dark green. Hoping I could maybe get that in one drawer. Sand green, olive green, lime green. Then we go to the blue area, the azures and the sand blue, light aqua, medium blue, bright light blue, and dark blue. We'll see if I can get all that in down there. It may be a little thin, but I know some people who have used these new systems and they say it just saves them like a ton of space because all those corners, and it's the perfect height, and so we'll see how it goes. But this is what it's going to ultimately look like. I'll have the 1x1s, 1x2s, etc., and then anything that doesn't fit will be moved out to bulk. So I think we can do it. We'll see. Then over here we've got more of the neutral colors: tan, medium nougat, dark tan, reddish brown, and then light nougat and dark nougat. Then old brown and dark brown. I can't wait to stock up on those. Got a dead one here. Not sure just yet. Then yellow, bright yellow, and light yellow. I don't keep that much yellow on hand, so I think that'll work. Same with orange, not a lot on hand, and I've got kind of a, I don't think it'll fill the whole drawer. Dark orange I do keep a lot of. Bright orange and coral. I can't, there's one color I'm messing up the color name, I can't remember. Red maybe could fit pink in there. If not, we'll throw it down here. Then dark red, and then the magenta, dark pink, and pink. It's occurring to me that I forgot to do my purples, my lavenders and things. So, but I have all of this open at the moment, and then trans clear, trans blue and green, and then I need another one for like yellows and reds and things, and then also gold, pearl gold, and then the silver will also be the flat silver and some of that. So here's the question, gang. How do we go about taking this, which is just like a mix? These are all 1x2 bricks. Here's more 1x2 bricks, sorry, 1x3 bricks. It's a little dark over here in the corner. And like reshuffling all of this without it becoming total chaos. That is the question. So then over here we have plates, 1x plates, etc. Not all of these are full, 1x6, 1x8 and bigger. And then some tiles, I'd also like those worked in. Right now I'm planning to do this sort for all 1x plates, 2x plates, 1x bricks. 2x bricks will go into these giant drawers because they're just too big. And then all tiles. And then eventually I want to do like jumpers and probably some other things, but I'm starting there. And then we have some other colors here too, like the satin stuff that I will probably move over into the transparent zone. So I think I'm going to go get a table. I have a folding table. I think I'm going to set it up right here, start taking stuff out, and then just start putting it back in. And then we will eventually be printing these drawers, but in the meantime, I do have everything in these Target things. So, okay, here goes. Wish me luck. This is going to take a while. All right, gang, it is 11:39. I've been at this for about 2 hours, and this is my desk, as expected. This is stuff that was already here because I'm kind of setting up like a sorting station. But then as I was starting to get that ready, I was like, well, if we're going to switch this, that's probably going to impact my sorting. So this is all stuff I've extracted out of the drawers that needs a new home or needs to be like color sorted. And the biggest change from what I showed you earlier is not surprising. White, light gray, and dark gray, light bluish gray and dark bluish gray need 2 drawers each. I mean, this one's empty, but this one's full. And there's more. Like, I haven't gotten to masonry brick. I haven't gotten to large dark bluish gray plates, which we use for floors a lot. Every color has different things that you use it for a lot. So I had to move, but I wanted to keep the greens and blues together. So I slid black over at the bottom of these. So I went tan, medium, tan is getting full, medium nougat, and dark tan. I got to get these tans out. Is pretty full. I don't know if that's going to last. Reddish brown is fuller than I thought it would be. And again, there's a ton of wasted space in here. Like, that's what the 3D printer is going to fix. Then dark brown, old brown, light nougat. I'm forgetting what dark nougat even is, or if that's a thing at the moment. So I got to look into that. This is totally empty at the moment. But then black, I really would like it over there, but it needs 2 drawers as well. And so I'm just putting that there for now. And it's working okay. And then let's take a look at yellow and light yellow. Orange is filling up. I have a little of that. What is that, guys? Bright light orange, I think. Then dark orange, which really in my brain goes up here. But whatever. Red, dark red, and then a little bit of coral, and then I mean, I really don't have a lot. I've been setting this stuff up here, so I guess I should just chuck all this down here real fast. And then I still need to do my purples and pinks section over here, and I have some more drawers left to move. This is the translucent, clear, light blue, and dark blue. I think I'm going to put those together. It's sort of like water stuff. This is empty. It'll be more translucent. I don't know if old gray and dark gray need a whole drawer. I would love to have a whole drawer because I think those colors are underutilized. And then this, as I just showed you, needs to be moved. This needs to be moved. That needs to be moved. Purples and pinks will go over here. And then this is all stuff that I haven't touched. That's all masonry brick, specialty bricks. Oh my God, so much. That's all dark bluish gray. Which is what I was saying, guys. Like, the point is not to store parts. The point is to use them, burn them, like burn through them, you know, and then supplies. So, you know, this is going to, what I will say quickly, one thing this is doing very quickly is showing me what I have too much of and need to get into a build, and what I'm like drastically short on. So if I go to a pick a brick bin or something, it's like anything in this color, just kind of grab it. I really love the dark red, dark orange, dark blue, dark green colors, and then also the sand colors. I mean, I don't think I'm alone in that. I love the dark brown, and I would really like to do some builds with those, but you know, to do that, you got to kind of have a nice little stock of stuff. So, and then I got to get over here. If you're new here, this is laid out like this. These are kind of basic bricks. I use Brick Architect's system. You can check out his website. That's not stuff. That's probably gonna stay as it is because snot bricks generally are on the interior of a build, not always. Bar clip, also attachment type stuff. So I'm not planning to element sort this. I think I'm going to keep them part sorted. And then this is angled stuff and round stuff, which I don't know what to do about that. I would love to have like all my plates and stuff by color, because I think I just don't find myself getting in those drawers and like pulling parts out. But if I'm doing something in medium nougat and then like came across these, I feel like I'd be maybe more inclined. Like, this is just filled with parts that I never ever use. To be fair, I also tend to build on like square grids, you know, city stuff, etc. And I've been trying to branch out a bit. So yeah, I'm not sure what to do about the round stuff. Obviously, if that all moved over there, once I have the drawers printed, I think I could fit it all in there. And then the other thing I wanted to share with you guys is when you set up by part, you kind of have to have a drawer for everything just in case. But by sorting by element, it's really allowing, I mean, these are not sorted at all other than by color. But I find like the space it economizes, I guess, because, you know, if you don't have that part in that color, you just don't need to keep a space for it. And then if that color starts to explode, you like give it more space. And then meanwhile, 5 colors can be in one drawer, where, you know, I guess the same is true about a part. Like if you don't have it in 1 by 1 like that, but like it's at a bare minimum, I found like 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, but then 1 by 2 needed more than one drawer, and like they started kind of like overlapping into each other. And I guess it's essentially the same principle, but for some reason at the moment, the color one version seems a little more clear to me. So, and then this is all down stuff that needs to be down sorted. These are all 1 by 1 bricks. These are all 2 by bricks. These are all 1 by plates. The bad news is like sorting this now is going to be a real hassle because I got to go color by color. But Yeah, I think in the end this is going to be really good. Tiles, this is like wall stuff. I've been wiping out my drawers as I go. Look at all this stuff, guys. There's like some cool stuff in here, you know? So, yeah, just want to get to where these parts are like readily available, and thought it was worth taking a little bit of time here as we kind of renew our energy into the room and get back to building some things. So I'll update you again as this comes into focus, but that took about 2 hours and I got through most of this. I have not done that down there. I'm already wanting the white plates with the colors. I'm not sure if just a glue gun would do the job. I don't want to mess up the front of these. I'm hoping a glue gun would work. But I may ping a couple friends just to ask quick. But I think that's going to look really sharp, and then the green stickies can go away. Highly recommend the sticky notes though. So hope this has been helpful, everybody. I think maybe we'll leave it there and we'll do a follow-up on our monthly kind of recap video. But we have essentially moved over to the sorting by element versus sorting by part. By the way, just to clarify, a part is a this 1x2 clip on the end, and an element is a part in a color. So this is an element in light bluish gray of that part, and then this is a different element, same part, different color. So when I say that, element is essentially sorting by part and color. So color and part are sort of a higher taxonomy, I guess, than element, if that's helpful. So thanks for watching, everybody. Please hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers here on the channel. Really appreciate you guys watching. Please drop comments down below. How do you sort your parts? Let me know what you think I might be missing. I read every comment, and we'll be reacting, and then we'll be discussing those on future videos. Take care.